right, Brian Smith joins us now on the HIVE podcast, the newcomer to the men's basketball program as a coach, not as a player, as he has been for the last few years down the street on Rivermont Avenue at Randolph College. I appreciate the fact that you're in the gym right now while we're doing this. You're mentally getting yourself ready to be on the sidelines in Turner Gymnasium, huh?
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Now, obviously, you are used to a little bit this building, because
Mhm.
you've played in it before as a member of the Wildcats. But what's been different? What have you? What's really hit you? Like, wow, I'm no longer a visitor walking into this gym. I'm part of the home team.
Yeah, so I park in the parking lot to Turner's gym. That's weird. I got the backpack on, not with my basketball shoes, but instead with a laptop and a binder. I walk in the gym, and instead of walking into the locker room to get dressed, I'm walking into the office. So and then I come out here and I'm looking at banners, and I'm like, it just always feels weird. It's gonna take some time getting used to, for sure.
What has it been like around the coaching staff? How long did they rag on you for where you're coming from? And I assume now that you're just part of the family. But do you get any kind of jabs every now and then?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's gonna stop during my time here. I mean, every time Coach introduced me to somebody, he's like, "We've got him on the right side of Lynchburg," and uh, I mean, Coach Q today, he said, I asked him where the bathroom was, and he said, "Well, I should make you use the visiting locker room instead of just point me to the bathroom." But it's never gonna stop. It's just all good humor. So.
Did you have a chance to remind Coach of your 14 points the last time you played Lynchburg?
Yeah. Last time, yeah, we were here actually. Last game we played Lynchburg, it was here. That's what he always reminds me. He's like, yeah, we can have you teach some guys some things, and looking forward. Coach Q's looking forward to having me on scout team with him when it's time to review some stuff. So
Well, I'm sure he'll need your youth because he's getting up there in age on the scout
yeah.
team. So that we're getting them back. They're not here to defend themselves. This is the perfect time to mention that stuff. You talked about, of course, being on the scout team and
Mhm.
kind of bringing your expertise that you have to the current athletes, the current men's
Mhm.
basketball players. What do you consider to be your biggest strength? Like, where do you think you fit in a way that you actually be able to teach someone something new, or at least help them hone in on the skills they're trying to perfect?
Well, being fresh off the court, just recently graduating, recently done playing basketball, I feel like I could help the players get a better perspective than the coaches can, because Coach Scott hasn't played for a while, Coach Q hasn't played for a while. I feel like I give them a more recent perspective on the competition, especially when it comes to playing opponents in the conference, because I too have played them for the past 4 years. With certain players when it comes to scouting, how they want to guard things, um, and really just be that helping hand.
Do you think that there will be, or has there already been an initial, I don't know, awkward moment maybe that last year you were playing against TC Thacker and some of those guys, and now you're a part of the family. How has that been so far?
Well, I haven't really been around the guys too much with all the stuff going on. But like when Coach introduced me to everybody, Reggie Davis came up to me. He was like, "What's up, B?" And then he walked away and was like, "Oh, sorry, Coach Smith." So, you know, but I mean, I'm fine with however they address me, especially when I believe the strength and conditioning coach is also Coach Smith.
When you think about the times you played against Lynchburg, uh, what was the strength of Lynchburg? We talk to our players all the time. We talk to our coaches all the time, but it's
Mhm.
rare that LHSN would ever talk to the other team. So, from your perspective, what did you see when you played was a strength and maybe even a weakness that you can help out with heading into this season?
Strength for sure was that they've always had multiple guys that could put the ball in the hoop. I mean, it depends on whoever they've got coming off the bench. You've got to be ready to guard. 11th, 12th man, you got to be ready to guard. And then they've always had guys that could out rebound us. It was always a struggle on the boards playing Lynchburg. But As any weaknesses, I can't think of any weaknesses.
That's the right answer right now. That's the right.
Yeah.
I want to switch gears a little bit to the academic side and talk
Mhm.
about something really unique that you got to be a part of this summer with the Smithsonian Institute,
Mhm.
talking about your background as a biology major. And make sure I get this right and look at my sheet here. Insect specimen curator. Is that correct? That's what you were a part of for the summer. Take us through that, man. Like, what was the process in getting involved with that? And then during COVID, like, what does that look like?
Well, I actually did it summer 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it was pretty boring. It was pretty slow at first. Pretty much, I would get a batch of like, so I worked with weevils. I don't know if they're like a type of beetle. Um, and I would get like a big like batch of collection from them, and I would sort them, and then I would mount them. It would be really like tedious, you put them on a little pin and all that, glue them with the dissecting scope. Eyes are straining. It smells like alcohol. Um, and like at first, I was like, man, this is really boring. I'm commuting all the way out here to DC to do this, and I'm like, then I got to commute back, and I'm like, oh my goodness, do I want to keep doing this? But later on in the summer, it got really interesting. We started working with weevils from Madagascar. They're dealing in Madagascar. They're dealing with a lot of logging and stuff. So a lot of populations are declining. They want to explore while they can, pretty much. So we've looked at a lot of cool beetles, a lot of cool weevils from Madagascar, and that was really fun. If we thought, if me and the other intern thought that we found something cool or something different, we would took a picture of it, and we would like stash it in like the data collection. And then like our mentor, whenever, because she was out of town for a while, she would come back and she would let us know, and we'd freeze it for the DNA sampling and all that stuff. So I mean, at first it was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, but after a while, I mean, I definitely can look back and say that I enjoyed it.
My next question logically would be long term. Are you leaning towards something in that career path or more of the coaching?
More of coaching. Uh, I want to be around the game. And that's what I told Coach Scott. When he contacted me during the summer, I was like, I want to be around the game as much as I can, in whatever position I can. So
Hopefully, we can see you dressed up in a suit on the sidelines and getting after some of those officials, maybe even getting after some of your old teammates come 2021. That'd be. Have you talked to them at all about that? Have you talked to your old teammates about where you're at now?
yes, sir. They're not really happy with me. My former teammates, like the seniors and stuff, they're happy for me. They were like, "That's great," blah blah blah. And then my current teammates are people that are still there. They're like, "Oh, you traitor," blah blah blah. But I mean, it was expected. I'm not
Yeah.
offended by it. So
Well, you put yourself in a position that not a lot of people would want to, and I think that says a lot about you, man. So, thank you for being here at Lynchburg, and again for doing the podcast today. I hope that people who are listening get a chance to know you, and then certainly we'll do that once basketball season starts as well. Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you.